Oh, hello party people. We're here once again at this time's Platinum's 1,401 to 1,500. I've hit my 1,500 Platinum, and as usual, you will not find any region stacking on my trophy list at all. So if you figure, if I have 1,500 just in the North American server right now, I potentially have 3 times as that if I region stacked. If I was willing to pay that kind of money and devote that kind of time to playing the same games over and over. Now I'll get back to that point, but let me just point this out. I just don't want to region stack. I've explained this before. Not even for games like where if you just download your save file onto the newly downloaded game from a different region, it would just auto pop the trophies, including the Platinum. I've never done that. I've always been on the North American server. No matter what game it was, it's always been the North American server. But nevertheless, here we are at 1,500, and there was no particular, milestone or, really worth it kind of game that I dedicated at the 1,500 spot. I usually don't do that anyway. There were some times earlier when I did that when I was building this trophy list, but right now I don't. At the moment, I don't do that. It's the same shit either way. So before we go into the 1,401 to 1,500 list of Platinums, I think I'm around 35,000 trophies, at least I was recently. My gold trophies are like significantly more than my silver trophies, which should not be that way. Once again, that's how you can tell who's a trophy hunter and who's not. At least, I don't want to say the cheap kind, but the very dedicated kind. So unless you've been living under a rock, you know there's some easy Platinum games out there right now where you just press X or you just press R1 and you wait like a few minutes and you have a Platinum. Those tend to be generally cheap games, but do the prices add up? Of course. Are they going to keep doing these? Maybe. I don't know at the moment. I'm not a developer. Is this pay to win? At this point, and as much as it pains me to say yes, these type of Platinum games, these easy Platinums are pay to win. It wasn't as bad back then because at least there was more effort put into the game, and like, for example, like some visual novels where you literally only have to press and hold one button. At least you have the option of reading the story. At least you can make, as I do, I make a video about it. I actually pay attention to the story, and sometimes the story's good, and that's fine. Within the current state of trophy hunting, this is 100% pay to win. What are you winning? I guess you're winning prestige. Like I said, I enjoy doing this because I just want to see how far I can go, before I lose my mind or give up. But this, like what do you want me to say? Like these jumping games, the jump game, the engine games, there aren't that many. The animal games, the food games. Even some of the break games, like Christmas break or St. Patrick's Day break, I stopped buying those because I think $6.99, $7.99 is somewhat overdoing it a bit just for one Platinum only. A lot of the easy Platinum games right now, no matter what they might be, jumping or the animals or food or whatever, is about $1.49 for some versions. And you can pay twice the amount of $2.99 for some turbo versions, quote unquote turbo. But you got like Whiskey Story, the Silver Age. I mean, I did break top 50, which was a goal of mine. I think I'm country rank 48 right now in PSN profiles. It's kind of bittersweet, to be honest. Maybe I've been going up in ranks because maybe some of the higher ups, the people higher than me, maybe they gave up, maybe they're taking a break. Has it crossed my mind to do that? Of course. Have I done that in the past? Of course. But yes, Sony, PlayStation, we gotta figure this out. Like, they gotta figure this out. Is this gonna be a thing? I get it that as long as the developer makes money, as long as PlayStation makes money, it's all good. I feel like this is gonna drive away a decent portion of the trophy hunting community, and I don't think that's a good thing. Of course, there'll be less competition, but like, I'm not trying to be world ranked number 1 on PSN profiles. Come on now. I mean, I'm not gonna go to EU store. I'm not gonna go to JP store. I'm not gonna go to AS store. It is just NA. I can't stress that enough. This is 100% North American server with 0 region stacking. Now, do I consider a North American game that comes with 2 versions and like one platinum for PS4, 1 platinum PS5? That is not region stacking. That is me taking advantage of a game that I already paid for, which I'm entitled to that other version. I shouldn't have to explain that, but I just thought I'd throw that out there. Alright, so without further ado, let's go through this list. I don't know what to say about the current state of trophy hunting. I'm just one trophy hunter in a sea of trophy hunters on PSN profiles. What makes my opinion more valid than other people's? Now, because I'm not a developer of games, I do not work in the game industry. Is this somewhat predatory? Is it targeting a certain group of PlayStation users? And is this just a cash grab? Is this just a quick platinum, quick buck? Are they just making some quick money and then running away? I mean, clearly they still have these games, so someone's buying them, not just me. Whatever. We'll go through this. Whatever. We'll come back to it. That topic if we have to. So I did do a video about Blackberry Honey, as you can see on the bottom. The story was actually kind of decent. It was some Yuri shit. Let me put that out. It was some Yuri shit. There are some games out there right now. I think it's called Heart of the Woods. It's supposed to be a really good Yuri game. It's a little expensive right now for 2 versions, but separate versions, so I have to buy it twice. That's the only problem. If it was like $4.99, I would totally get it, and the other version was $4.99. That I could justify that. But here are those jumping games I was telling you about the food games. The food item jumps up and down as you hold down a certain button, and that's all there is to it. Black Death, Tragic Dirge, that was easy platinum. It was kind of a walking simulator, only a little much shorter. Vengeful Heart, I'm not even sure I remember that. Pretty Girl Speed. Now Speed, it implies that it was a card game, and I don't know the rules, but if you just spam the buttons, eventually you'll win. And does it take some luck? Yes. Take some mild frustration and dedication, of course. It's not as easy as it appears, but it's pretty fucking easy. Behind closed doors, I've had a couple of these different games. I'm not sure if they're still gonna make them. Like this one, for example, is about a developer's tale, and like it's kind of a 2D-ish kind of game at some point. And I mean, story's okay, not that great. Some more of these turbo jumping games now with food. Will Die Alone, I feel like that's related to Behind Closed Doors, but I could be wrong. I noticed there were similar playstyles. Tank vs. Tank, Winter's Daydream. So Winter's Daydream is actually a stack of a PS4, PS3 game. Actually, I think it was just PS4, PS Vita, or maybe just PS4. So, before I forget, there's a company called East Asia Soft, and back in the day, they had PS4 and Vita versions of some of their games. they've added a PS5 version, so a lot of people don't know about these games. Like if you look at like Red Death, for example, I platinumed that in the PS4. Obviously, the PS5 wasn't around when the PS4 was around, because why would that exist? The point is, as the PS5 came out, East Asia Soft already started adding stacks onto the PS5 for these old games. Do you have to pay for them again? Of course. Are they actually pretty fun games? Yeah, kinda. Are they gonna make me play them in my spare time and try to beat them and get a high score? No. Who the fuck? What kind of fucking trophy are you think I have? Oh my god. Okay, the Silver Age. Those are like just gimmicky games again. Red Death, No Drifter. I believe those two are East Asia Soft. Active Neurons, another game with a new PS5 stack. You got these fucking bowling games are never gonna get old. They'll get old, but you know there'll still be people buying them for like what, less than 5-minute platinum. One Night Stand, I believe that's East Asia Soft as well. I might be wrong. That was actually a good game. I thought it had a decent story. It was kind of funny at times too. These jumping games are different. Now this is a jumping platforming game. I should look up whether these companies are the same companies, because like a lot of the games are similar. Subnautica, another PS5 stack a lot of people don't know about, and Subnautica does have a debug mode, a developer mode, where you can pretty much cheat your way through the entire game. I don't call it cheating, but whatever, it's manipulating the debug mode. The Gardens Between, I thought this was a really clever game. How people do this game at some of the higher levels without a walkthrough, I have no idea, but of course the walkthrough helps. Kona, also so Kona was one of those games, if you don't follow the walkthrough exactly, you're gonna have to do some shit over. It's not a big deal since there is a speed run through the majority of the game. Like if you miss, like, so you might know this if you've played it recently or you've played a bit before. I threw a piece of meat, like a steak piece or something, at these ghost wolves. They didn't take the meat as the regular wolves do, and then they just take the meat then and run away. Now I threw the meat, my last piece of meat, at the ghost wolves. I ran away because they were chasing me, then I couldn't find a piece of steak. When you get a trophy for throwing a piece of meat at that final boss, I didn't have that because I already used up my last piece of meat. I had to speed run through the entire game and just make sure I had that one piece, throw it at the boss, finally got my platinum. It was a pain in the ass a little bit. It could have been worse, much worse. Visual novels galore. Would you like to run an idle cafe? More jumping games. Dungeon Slime Collection was a decent game. Was it easy at the end of the day? Of course. Especially with the walkthrough. I can't say that enough. These animal games like the Tiger Tea or whatever. Easy platinums. It's if you couldn't tell, it's actually kind of painful for me to talk about this because they took something that I enjoyed and they made it unnecessarily too easy. Every platinum I get through these easy games becomes less and less significant to me. I don't know if I'm just getting burned out. We've been doing a pretty fast pace for the last few hundred platinums, and that is because I'm catching up, like I said, on a lot of older platinums. I'm finding new platinums. I haven't had a chance to play a real game besides Genshin Impact in a long fucking time. And there's Tomb Raider, there's some other relatively longer platinums that I do enjoy. I understand no one is forcing me to get these easy platinums, okay? But did I have a goal? Was that the break top 50? I achieved that goal. But again, now we're back where we started, where I'm just like, okay, I'm at PlayStation level 999. I just got it. What do I do now? What incentive is there? And we are back in the same spot that we started in. 1,500 platinums, great. That's great. A few 100% games here and there. You know, some games I wasn't good enough to beat. Some games I abandoned. Whatever. At the end of the day, my trophy level says I have 1,500 platinums and you don't. Anyway, I don't mean to be petty like that, but a lot of my brother games, I like those games. I haven't been a new one recently. Puzzletronics, that was actually kind of a fun game. Oh, it gets hard later on though, yeah. Avenging Spirit, easy platinum. These rainbow games, easy platinums. Most of the time you're just button mashing or spamming L1, R1. Ponsu Hunter, back to the 90s. That is another game that had a PS5 stack, and I actually enjoyed this game. I thought it was kind of funny, and it is it's not what you expect. Let me put it that way. What Remains of Edith Finch, great game. PS5 stack was added recently, and I think it's worth the purchase. I mean, it only has a 66% platinum completion rate, but like, this game is not fucking hard. You do have to pay very close attention to the walkthroughs, especially if there's no commentary, because it's very easy to miss a trophy. Thankfully, I sort of remember how I did the game before, so a lot of the trophies were fresh in my mind. I remembered, okay, I better restart the game before autosaves because I didn't get that trophy. I don't want to go through the whole fucking game again, which is not a big deal because there is a chapter select. But if you have a choice, why would you want to waste time when you could just be gaining the majority of the trophies along the way? That will save you a lot of time, actually. Gunbari Super Strikers, I'm working on it. It's actually one of my relatively favorite, more cartoony sports games. It's about soccer, in case you guys couldn't figure that out. Parasite Pack, interesting compilation, 2 games. Mr. Hibble, PS4, PS5 stack games. They're basically platformers. I noticed, like, are they challenging? Like, for people who are not good at platformers, a lot of these games can be challenging. Breakers games, a whole bunch of other PS. If you notice these easy platinums featuring like the white marshmallow guy, these are PS5 stacks. These are East Asia soft games. Roll the Cat was interesting. Kind of a like a top-down kind of puzzle game. Again, more of these East Asia soft stacks games for PS5. Oh, Task Force Compass. Excuse me. So according to PSN profiles, where is it? Oh yeah, my 1500 platinum right here is was a platinum called Space Coco for Task Force Campus. That was 10 hours ago, just to keep you guys updated about what I do late at night. And we got some trophies already ahead of 1500. Again, cash grabs, easy games. Would I be lying if I said this was still fun for me? I would not be lying, because this is still fun for me. Is it less fun than it used to be? I mean, maybe. I don't want to say it's too easy, it's just the incentive gets smaller and smaller and smaller. Like, essentially, am I farming for a future level above 999? Essentially, yes, I am. Will they ever increase that cap? There's no way we can know that. We can only assume that they will. But I don't work for Sony. I don't know anyone in the industry. Like, what makes people think that a cap increase is guaranteed? How are you guaranteeing this? Do you have some insider information? Or are you just some trophy hunter like me who might not have a region stack? If you do, there's no problem with that. I get it. You have basically 3 to 4 times as many platinums as I do for the same games. Let's not get into that right now. We've already touched upon that in the past. But yeah, you know, if you look up here, guys, you'll see country rank 48. That is up since last week. I am up 3 spots since last week. At one point, I was country rank 51. I have now reached country rank 48. World rank 358 is a little disappointing because I did not break the top 350. I actually went down a little bit. That's because, you know, more and more people are farming these easy games, at least worldwide. Whoever is looking at my PlayStation profile, thanks. I mean, I appreciate the views. All 1,981 of them. getting about 9.27 trophies a day, which I like, because I think that's the most I've ever gotten on average. 3,900 trophies, like, what the fuck you want me to do? 94.93% completion rate, which is good. I do want 95% at one point. How I get that, I don't know, but maybe it'll happen naturally eventually. 1,639 completed games, as in they were 100%, and I think that includes DLC too. But I've played 1,772 games, and I have about 1,502 platinums. About, I would imagine I'm getting close to 40,000 trophies. If you look in the upper right as well, you can see my gold trophies are 12,114. My silver trophies are 10,326. My bronze trophies are 14,853. It is getting to the point where my gold trophies are approaching the number of bronze trophies that I have, if not going over. If for you guys that didn't know, a lot of easy platinums draw trophy hunters because they offer nothing but gold trophies in the platinum. Why they do that? To encourage people to buy these easy ass fucking trophy hunting games. Yeah, I'm actually at 38,795 total trophies. If my rank was above 999, according to the logarithm and the scaling of the trophies and how much points, quote unquote points they're worth, my PlayStation level is technically 1,107. Does it show that? No, of course not. It only shows 999. So that's all I got. In terms of whether these were easy or hard, what the fuck do you think, Matt? What the fuck do you think? I don't even know what the hardest one I did on there. Let me see if I can find the hardest easy platinum game that I had on there. It would probably be, you know what? Let me see if I can find this. Mr. Hibble, I believe, was decent platformer. It was somewhat difficult. Yeah, I don't particularly see a difficult platinum on there. Difficult in the sense that I had the option of looking at a walkthrough, whether I got stuck or whether I just wanted to breeze through it. I mean, what do you want me to say, Sony? As a long-time consumer of your products, what do you want me to say? What am I supposed to say to the trophy hunting community? As if I was a major figure in it, but hey, whatever. Like what am I supposed to tell other people, my other PSN friends who look at my trophy list? They're like, you know, which one of these games actually took you some time or were difficult? What the fuck am I supposed to say about that? Like, I understand I'm the one that brought this upon myself. I get it. No one forced me to trophy hunt the way I currently trophy hunt. The situation is very dicey right now. Like I don't mind the each Asia Soft plat resacks, the sacks. Those are some of those games were actually kind of fun. That I enjoyed more of those games. Now that I think about it, I think one of the shooters was one of the East Asia Soft top down, like it's like Raiden or Gradius, whatever. There's where you can sort of ship and you just shoot things. It said this was top down, not side to side like some games are. And I'm looking through this. I don't really see anything particularly crazy. Did we take a look at the side log? I'm not sure if we did, but that will actually show you that. I think I pointed out. I'm not sure if I pointed out on the screen. But where is this? Let me find this. Where am I looking at this? So as you may remember, Waifu Impact was a 1300 platinum, which that was kind of a milestone. I thought that was funny because I played Genshin Impact and like this is clearly a spoof of it. I wonder if there's copyright things because there's no way they don't own the word Impact. And of course Blackberry Honey was 1400, and of course the latest platinum was that fucking giraffe game. As well as it's not even a game. I can't even call it a game. How do you call Giraffe G a game? How do you call that? It's I wish there was some way I could defend this. There was some way I could encourage it. Excuse me. This This is not a good situation to be in if you're a trophy hunter. Because at what point do you say, okay, this is too much money, I'm not going to get these kind of games? That's already started for me. With those break games, like I point out, like they have Coffee Break head-to-head, Coffee Break Run, etc. Each of those games is like $7 fucking when they're not on sale. I'm not going to pay $7 for every multiple version of the same game. Is it essentially the same game? No. But is it related? Are there countless number of these games? It seems like it. And I enjoyed those games when they weren't back to back to back. Because now I don't want to get them. Because I don't need them right now. There's no particular cap I'm chasing. I'm not trying to be number one in the world. I say that so many times. How many fucking times do I have to say it? I'm trying to make this as enjoyable for me as much as I can. And I'm not saying these eSIM Platinums are killing it or ruining it for me, but it is definitely something to consider that I never had to consider before. And I don't want to say some bullshit like it breaks my heart or something, but like, it hurts. It hurts Sony. It hurts. It hurts that a dedicated consumer like myself, who got 2 PlayStation 5s from you guys after you invited me a second time to get another PlayStation 5. You guys invited me to have the opportunity to purchase that. A lot of people don't know that. And of course I took advantage of it. What I did with the second PS5, that's for me to know and you to find out. Anyway. For me to know and you not to find out, excuse me. Yeah, I'm only doing one video about this. There's no reason to do an easiest, hardest video about this one. I mean, it's not. Maybe for a few to come. Maybe even for a few hundreds to come after this. How I went from 1401 to 1500 in just a short period of time when I had the majority of the easy platinums caught up to. How I got that far that fast, I don't know. I'm not playing my PlayStation 24 hours a day. I'm not logging in multiple times besides for Genshin Impact. I'm not logging in multiple times and like getting as many platinums as fast as possible. I am doing this in my spare time. Do I have a lot of spare time? Of course. But that's not the point. The point is the magic is gone. This is it's okay, let me rephrase it. It's not that it's less enjoyable. Is it less challenging? Definitely. It's 100% less challenging. So if you're the kind of gamer that appreciates a doable but good challenge, you might want to stay away from some of these easy platinums on the line. There's this bullshit that people say, oh, don't taint your trophy list or some bullshit like that. At the end of the day, it's your trophy list. Don't you ever let anyone tell you how to trophy hunt. Because that's not your account. That's not their account. That's your account. And what business do they have criticizing your account? How many times have I said this? I'll end it with this. Don't tell me how to run my PlayStation account. Thanks for listening, guys. Take care of yourselves and each other.